Imagine this: you're born a prince, destined for a crown. The world is your oyster. Then, in a brutal twist of fate, your father, the king, is executed. The throne is gone, the kingdom is a republic, and suddenly you're not a prince anymore. You're a fugitive, a man with a massive price on his head. This isn't a fantasy novel. This is the incredible true story of Charles II. His life reads like an adventure epic. He wasn't just some pampered royal waiting for things to blow over. He was on the run, hunted by one of the most formidable armies in Europe, led by the iron-willed Oliver Cromwell. The stories of his escape are the stuff of legend. There's the famous tale of him hiding in the dense branches of an oak tree while Cromwell's soldiers searched the woods right below him. Can you imagine the tension, the sheer terror of being discovered at any moment, knowing that capture meant certain death? The tree, which became known as the Royal Oak, is a symbol of his incredible luck and resilience. But it wasn't just a one-time thing. For years, Charles lived a life of constant disguise and deception. He wasn't living in palaces. He was sleeping in priest holes and humble cottages. He wasn't wearing royal robes. He was dressed as a lowly servant, his face darkened with soot to hide his noble features. He learned to chop wood and act the part of a commoner, always just one step ahead of his pursuers. He once had to feign being a simple man traveling with a lady, Jane Lane, who risked everything to help him. They rode for days, bluffing their way through military checkpoints, their hearts pounding every time a soldier gave them a second glance. Think about the psychological toll. Every stranger could be a bounty hunter. Every knock on the door could be the end. This wasn't a brief period of hardship. This was his reality for nearly a decade. He was exiled, moving between France, the Netherlands, and Spain, often broke and relying on the charity of foreign courts. He was a king without a kingdom, a leader without a country, constantly plotting, constantly hoping for a chance to reclaim his birthright. Many would have given up, sinking into despair or bitterness. But not Charles. He had a charm and a wit that captivated people even in his darkest hours. He also had an unshakable belief in his destiny. Then, the impossible happened. In 1658, Oliver Cromwell died. The republic he built, known as the Commonwealth, began to crumble without his strong leadership. His son, Richard Cromwell, lacked his father's political skill and couldn't hold the fragile government together. England, weary of strict Puritan rule and political instability, started to long for the old ways. The pubs had been closed, theatres were shut down, and even celebrating Christmas was frowned upon. People missed the monarchy's stability and, frankly, its sense of fun. The tide began to turn, and the momentum for a restoration grew. Secret negotiations took place, and key figures in England, including powerful generals who once fought against his father, decided that bringing back the king was the only way to avoid another civil war. In 1660, Charles issued the Declaration of Breda, a masterful political document. In it, he promised a general pardon for crimes committed during the civil wars, religious toleration, and respect for Parliament. It was exactly what the nation needed to hear. And so, the stage was set for one of history's most dramatic comebacks. On his 30th birthday, May 29, 1660, Charles II returned to London. The scene was pure pandemonium, but in the best possible way. This wasn't a conqueror marching into a defeated city. It was a beloved son returning home. The streets were packed with cheering crowds, so dense that his procession could barely move. People hung tapestries from their windows, threw flowers in his path, and the church bells rang out across the city. Eyewitnesses described the roar of approval as deafening. After a decade of drab, puritanical rule, London exploded with colour, music, and joy. Charles. Now, King Charles II was everything the people had hoped for. He was tall, dark, and handsome, with an easy charm and a quick, intelligent mind honed by years of adversity. He arrived not as a bitter man seeking revenge, but as a reconciler. His famous wit was on full display. When he was welcomed back, he wryly remarked that it must have been his own fault he had been away for so long, for he had met nobody who did not protest. They had always wished for his return. His reign would become known as the Restoration, and it was a new dawn for England. Theatres reopened with a vengeance, producing witty and often scandalous comedies that reflected the new mood of the court. Science and the arts flourished under his patronage. He founded the Royal Society, which attracted brilliant minds like Isaac Newton and Robert Hooke. London became a vibrant, exciting hub of culture and intellectual curiosity. Charles himself was a man of immense curiosity, with a keen interest in everything from chemistry and clockmaking to naval architecture. Of course, his reign wasn't without its challenges. He faced the Great Plague of London and the Great Fire of London, two catastrophic events that would have broken a lesser man. There were political clashes with Parliament, religious tensions, and foreign wars. But through it all, Charles displayed a remarkable talent for survival. Having spent his youth on the run, he had learned the art of compromise and political maneuvering. He was determined, as he famously said, not to go on his travels again. He would do whatever it took to keep his throne. He became known as the Merry Monarch for a reason. His court was famous for its glamour, its parties, and its scandalous love affairs. Charles had numerous mistresses, most famously the actress Nell Gwynn, and acknowledged at least a dozen illegitimate children. He brought a sense of fun and humanity to the monarchy that had been missing. While his critics saw him as lazy and self-indulgent, his supporters saw a king who understood human nature and who, after years of bleak austerity, believed people deserved a little joy in their lives. But don't mistake his love of pleasure for a lack of substance. He was a shrewd and capable ruler who navigated treacherous political waters with skill. He rebuilt the Royal Navy, turning it into a formidable force. He managed complex relationships with powerful European neighbors like France's Louis XIV. He outmaneuvered his political opponents time and time again, ensuring the Stuart dynasty would continue after him. The story of Charles II is a powerful lesson in resilience, adaptability, and the sheer unpredictability of history. He went from the pinnacle of power to the depths of despair and then clawed his way back to the top. He was a survivor who learned his lessons in the harshest school imaginable. He was a fugitive who became a king, a man who saw his world destroyed and then presided over its rebirth. His life is a testament to the idea that even when all seems lost, a change of fortune can be just around the corner. He wasn't just the merry monarch. He was the ultimate survivor, a king who had earned his crown not just by birth, but by enduring the impossible. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible tales from history. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.